Hi, welcome to CC Mac again, and I thank you for joining me. Today I'm going over my personal 5 tips of how I learned to live a more minimal and simple life, to slow down and to just enjoy, and I hope this helps you in some way. Thank you. One thing that I do to live a more simplified life is to spend more time with God. And I do this in multiple ways by just sitting in silence in nature with Him, watching the morning sunrise or the sun sets, just the birds in the sky. A daily devotional and Bible study also helps, and it really helps me to just keep a slow pace. Another thing that I do is have less coffee and more tea. And this is a really hard thing for me. I used to drink a pot of coffee a day that was just me, that didn't include my husband, and I had really bad effects after a while from this. And I've been drinking coffee my entire life since I was an infant, and it just wasn't suitable for me to upkeep this for a long time. And I've always loved tea too, so I actually just started kind of switching it out. So I'll have a cup or two of coffee a day. Maybe on some special evenings I'll have another cup, but I never exceed 3 cups, and any in between I fix just a really lovely cup of tea, and I have probably about 3 cups of tea a day, and that's not including my water intake. The third thing that I do is keep my life and my home simplified and minimized. Less is truly more. I truly believe that God provides for all of my needs. He gives me everything that I need. And I just enjoy seeing Him in every little simple thing. This right here is just some pebbles I picked up from a beach. Here's my books, a lot of them Bible studies and just books about God, or, some that I just truly enjoy. There are some petals and lilac flowers from my grandma's bush. And then I also have little heirlooms, like this owl picture that my great-grandfather actually wood burned. And in order to just be able to keep these beautiful things, I've just decided that these things are more important than new things all the time. My 4th recommendation is more home-cooked meals, and this includes treats and desserts. I believe that your body is a temple, and you have to truly take care of your body and give your body food that God had actually put on this earth, instead of chemically engineered products that people have created. And I'm not perfect by this. I do love chocolates, and I like Snickers. My grandpa got me on Snickers a long time ago, so I will every now and again get something like that. But for the most part, I cook all of my desserts and all of my treats and the treats for the kids. I try not to keep too much junk on hand so it's not tempting. This recipe I can actually put in the description for you. It takes about 5 minutes to make tops. It is an overnight oatmeal recipe, and it is maca, chai, almond butter with cocoa in it. And it is super simple, super good and effective, and you just have your breakfast already ready for you the next morning when you get up. I also like to do this with my lunches, my dinners. Right now, there are so many easy and good and whole recipes out there that I just don't think that you could ever even possibly try them all. And everything looks so good, and you can just get I get complete joy out of baking and cooking, and it's very therapeutic. I find it a good time to pray and to communicate with God, and I just breathe a little bit easier, and it simplifies my life so much. It saves me so much money, and I always know what is in my food because I've created it myself. I can add what I want, and I can take out what I want and replace. There's just so many different benefits to cooking your own food and for feeding your body good whole meals that it knows what to do with and how to process and where to send that energy to. Another thing that I really try to do is just have more silence in my life, to truly sit in silence with God and to meditate on His Word and think about the joy that I can find in Him and everything that He provides for me so I don't need anything and I don't want anything. And just the beauty that surrounds me is far enough. I don't deserve it, and He still gives, and He gives freely, and He gives daily, and His mercies and His grace is new each day. And I just see Him in everything, in the trees and in the sky, and in these little fluff balls. I remember as a child, my mother convinced me that they were fairies because they take and just fly all over the place when the wind blows. And I just find the blessings in it all. And I just think with the world right now, there's always constant chatter. There's always something to read, always something to listen to, always something to watch. Our eyes and our ears and our minds are busy consuming, and we don't have enough time to really take everything in and to think about it. And I think it just becomes overwhelming over time. So I like to take and just sit in nature and take photographs of all these beautiful things and spend time in my garden right now. This is the zucchini and the squash that is coming up for the summer. I have some asparagus there on the side. These strawberry plants have produced plentifully this year, and I've been collecting them to make jam for the fall and winter. And here's my grapes, my mint. And we're really looking forward to these grapes ripening so that we can make some fresh homemade grape juice with them. And I even find, I guess you wouldn't call this silence, but I see it as silence personally with spending time with my family, because we're not watching TV, we're not like just consuming media together, but we are enjoying each other and having fun and interacting and creating memories that we'll always remember. So I just want to thank you guys for truly showing up here and for spending this time with me. I thank you for coming back to CCMAC. I really hope that this helped you in some way, and I look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Bye.